Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and this is every USA Cartoon Express show ever. USA Cartoon Express, which started on September 20th, 1982, and is considered the first structured animated or cartoon block on cable television, was kind of a big deal for me as a kid, because before you had Cartoon Network, and when most cartoons would only play on Saturday mornings or play a little bit in the afternoon and then sort of go away, if you wanted to catch up on cartoons or watch something older, the only place you could do that at the time, because there were VHSs of shows but not that many, there wasn't streaming or anything like that, was on the USA Cartoon Express. And I have a lot of really fun memories of discovering shows I'd always heard about, seeing a show that I'd only get to watch some episodes of when it was on Saturday morning on the USA Cartoon Express. They'd have fun bumpers with their polar bear conductor, along with all the cartoon characters that they'd animate specifically for it. They didn't do like kind of lamer things or make, separate kind of bumpers. You would see, the Ninja Turtles or Yogi Bear or Mr. Magoo or whomever on the Cartoon Express. So it felt like it was like this cool little home there. And it exists for a lot of kids as like a really cool place to watch cartoons in the afternoon and in the morning and on the weekends, even on Sunday. The Cartoon Express never stopped, or at least at times when kids would be watching cartoons. It was a really great programming block that one of the reasons I wanted to do this one is because it was a big part of my childhood before the 90s animation boom really hit. This is mostly what I was watching. There was no Cartoon Network at the time. Nickelodeon hadn't really become Nicktoons when I was watching it. It really absorbed like most of what I consumed with animation, which was a mix of kind of the older classic stuff with the Flintstones and things like that, to newer stuff like G.I. Joe, Denver the Last Dinosaur, everything like that. Now, it kind of fell apart, I think, when you get into the USA Action Extreme team, and they made it more action-y later, and it eventually entered the 90s, and also when Turner bought Hanna-Barbera and took all of their rights away from it and completely changed it when they made Cartoon Network, because this was a de facto kind of precursor to Cartoon Network, especially those bumpers, by the way, before that happened. It's nice to look back on this and look back on writing, I guess, the USA Cartoon Express and the USA Kids Club and everything like that, because it was a lot of cool, pleasant memories of getting like a nice, diverse mixture of cartoons in the 80s on USA TV. It's probably the only reason I've ever watched USA, to be honest with you. Not a big Silk Stockings fan. But anyway, I wanted to list these off because I have a lot of nostalgia for the USA Cartoon Express. It was fun riding it in the afternoon and discovering all these amazing cartoons. Now, normally I have a date down here as well, but because most of these were obviously reruns and older, and I couldn't find specific dates for when they aired on the USA Cartoon Express, I will just have the pictures this time. For the originals, towards the end, I will have dates on those. If you're wondering why I didn't do that this time, there's like a specific reason, because we really couldn't get the information for it to be worthwhile of doing that in the video, but we did get every cartoon that ever aired on the USA Cartoon Express. So here we go. And we're also going to do the USA Action Extreme team, but I'm going to list off the USA Cartoon Express shows first, because that was first. Alright, so here we go. The Woody Woodpecker Show, The Rough and Ready Show, Huckleberry Hound and His Friends, Quick Draw McGraw, Loopy de Loop, The Flintstones, Yogi Bear, Wally Gator, Deputy Dog, Magilla Gorilla, Johnny Quest, The Famous Adventures of Mr. Magoo, Mighty Mouse, Heckle and Jekyll, Space Ghost, The Space Cadets, The Herculoids, Young Samson and Goliath, The Banana Splits, Wacky Races, Scooby-Doo and its various spinoffs, Where's Huddles, Josie and the Pussycats, Help! It's the Hair Bear Bunch, The Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, The Funky Phantom, The Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan, Josie and the Pussycats in Outer Space, The Roman Holidays, The Flintstones Comedy Hour, C-Lab 2020, Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids, Wait Till Your Father Gets Home, Speed Buggy, Yogi's Gang, Goober and the Ghost Chasers, Inch High, Private Eye, The Addams Family, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kids, Hong Kong Phooey, Devlin, Valley of the Dinosaurs, Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, The Great Grape Ape Show, Clue Club, Jabberjaw, Dynamut Dog Wonder, Laugh Olympics, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels, The Skatebirds, The Robonic Stooges, Yogi's Space Race, Galaxy Goof-Ups, Buford and the Galloping Ghost, Jana of the Jungle, Battle of the Planets, The New Fred and Barney Show, Sport Billy, Thundar the Barbarian, Richie Rich, The Great Space Coaster, The Quickie Koala Show, Trollkins, The Smurfs, Space Stars, Pac-Man, Shirt Tales, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, The Biz Kits, Monchichis, Mr. T, G.I. Joe, Challenge of the GoBots, Turbo Teen, Dragon's Lair, Kid Video, Voltron, Snorks, Pole Position, Yogi's Treasure Hunt, Jace and the Wheeled Warriors, She-Ra, Princess of Power, Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling, Paw Paws, Mask, Gem and the Holograms, Defenders of the Earth, The Real Ghostbusters, Wildfire, Dino Saucers, Maxie's World, Popeye and Son, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Denver, The Last Dinosaur, Cops, The Chipmunks Go to the Movies, The Adventures of Super Mario Bros. 3, Toxic Crusaders, Captain N and the Video Game Masters, Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, and finally, the Superman Batman Adventures. Now, those were all the shows that rerun on the USA Cartoon Express, but as the USA Cartoon Express had its sister program that started in 1995, that would be the USA Action Extreme Team, and now I will list off all the reruns that also aired on the USA Action Extreme Team, as that is also sort of part of the Cartoon Express, so we can't forget about that. So here we go. The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, Super Mario World, Double Dragon, Exo Squad, Mighty Max, Sonic the Hedgehog, Sat AM, Street Sharks, Wildcats, Disney's Gargoyles, Ultra Force, and Sailor Moon. Although USA Cartoon Express and USA Action Extreme Team are mostly known for reruns, here are the few original shows that actually aired on both the Cartoon Express and the USA Action Extreme Team. And here we go. The Itsy Bitsy Spider, Problem Child, Highlander, the Animated Series, The Savage Dragon, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Defenders of the Realm, and finally, Wing Commander Academy. So that was every USA Cartoon Express show ever, as well as the USA Action Extreme Team. The USA Cartoon Express would last from September 20th, 1982 till September 15th, 1996. As I said, I think it sort of, once you had Cartoon Network and a lot more cartoon blocks going on throughout the 90s and Nickelodeon was picking up, I think the usefulness, unfortunately, of the Cartoon Express went away, although you could still find cooler, weirder stuff that you'd seemingly forgotten about, and still definitely served a purpose and got people into stuff. And even with the Action Extreme Team, which started in 1995 and then eventually ended on September 11th, 1998. So this did not make it out of the 90s, unfortunately. But it just got me into different things. Like, I remember getting really into Mr. Magoo. When I was doing this, I suddenly had a nostalgia flashback of watching Mr. T, watching G.I. Joe. I was a big He-Man fan, so getting to watch the rest of He-Man that I had missed in the earlier part of the 80s, getting into everything from Johnny Quest to the original Space Ghost, which I was really into actually before I watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast, to the Herculoids, to Thunder the Barbarian. They even played a lot of Christmas specials. I actually saw the one time they aired the Christmas tree. I remember that actually when Saber Sparks read it later. I witnessed its one airing on USA. it was kind of a cool place for kids and kids who wanted to get into animation and check out all these cartoons. And I'm really happy that it happened. It reminds you of what was interesting about the early parts of cable, because they would just have reruns of things that no one would think to buy the rights to. And, now maybe that's streaming, but at the time, like, sort of nobody cared about these cartoons except they're on USA Cartoon Express for you to get into. You might see a weird toy in someone's toy collection, go, oh, what's that? And then suddenly you could watch them on the USA Cartoon Express. And that was what was so wonderful about this block and what was so great about what USA did. Unfortunately, when they got rid of all those blocks, which I guess they had to when Cartoon Network and all those things were happening, but it's sad that it's gone. I think it still would be cool to have in some regard. I wish USA would still play cartoons, but obviously that was a long time ago. But I can still remember all the fun I had in kindergarten and first grade watching the USA Cartoon Express and just thinking of this cool ride I could have on this awesome Cartoon Express and those cool bumpers, before we had, Cartoon Network City, CN City, and all those things, of getting on that train and riding with my favorite cartoon characters and discovering new ones on the USA Cartoon Express. Now, before I wrap up, I have to give an extra big thanks to Ryan Walterson, who helped me make this video. He helps me make the list for these every time and help me get them in the right order, kind of in the way they aired from our understanding of kind of guessing and things like that. But Ryan was really great at making sure this happened and coming up with a great list for me, and I really thank him for doing that. He does a wonderful job with these videos, and you should definitely follow him on Twitter. It's in the description of this video. Anyway, the USA Cartoon Express was a big part of a lot of kids' childhood, and it sadly doesn't get talked about enough, which is why I really wanted to make this video, because I wanted to kind of remember a time before Cartoon Network, before, there was even Fox Kids or anything really like that. The USA Cartoon Express was there to kind of remind you of classic cartoons and cartoons from just a couple years ago. And that was a really cool thing. So if you want to tell me some of your favorite memories from the USA Cartoon Express, if you're ever part of the USA Kids Club or got called in or anything like that, or just what your favorite show was on USA Cartoon Express or even USA Action Extreme Team, tell me in the comments below, and subscribe if you would like to.